This presentation outlines the training plan in support of the new California State University Human Resources Data Warehouse. Through the course of this presentation, I will refer to the project as the CSU Data Warehouse, or simply the Data Warehouse. Hello. Hello everyone, this is Linda Horan. Happy to meet you. I took the approach of creating a training plan as opposed to creating improvements for an individual course. I did that for a variety of reasons. It's only within the very recent past that what I need to do for this project as it relates to training, not the Bellevue project, but the Cal State project, has become apparent to me. So I have tried to capture for the white paper that I'll be sending to Julie tomorrow morning the highlights of that training plan. It was my intention to try to create a model of what one of my training deliverables would look like and then describe my reasoning for using that model. However, there's about 20 or 30 hours of additional work between me and that reality. So I'm going to talk through some of the things that I wasn't able to get into my presentation. I have decided that 4 courses will cover most of the bases for the purposes of rolling out a data warehouse to the human resources users when this warehouse finally becomes available approximately next July 2009. And those 4 courses will be a basic introduction to the terminology of data warehousing and its concepts. Now this is very important because nobody understands the terminology, and unless you do, you really can't begin to appreciate the possibilities of what this warehouse can and will do for you. And you can't talk to other people from other campuses or from your IT department about data warehousing until you're clear on some of these basic principles. I understand from some of the campuses that people who are starting to have this discussion about data warehouse are starting to get comfortable with the terminology and are making a lot of headway in their ability to talk about it with each other. So my formalizing for my audience a course with those concepts and terms will be extremely helpful. And this course will be agnostic to any hardware or software platform. The next course will be your basic introduction to the data warehouse, the actual system once it's created and available. And that's the using dashboards for HR reporting. Dashboards are predefined queries that will be created to accommodate the user's most common reporting needs and should be well organized by topic and business process. And by and large, a lot of the reporting users won't need to go any deeper than this in terms of data warehouse functionality. Now, it should be noted that I am also the person who will be working a lot on creating those dashboards and defining those reports and organizing the design and layout of the dashboards for usability. So I'll certainly be closer to the subject matter when it's time to write a course about it. The third course will be creating custom reports. Now this is for the advanced users who will need queries that reports that are not defined in the dashboards. They need to go beyond what's been predefined. So they need to create their own custom reports. And that will definitely get into more advanced functionality. Now the fourth course, Advanced Features for Power Users, will take that very topic and just drive it a little further. But I wanted to break it up into two courses just because it could be overload, and there might be some persons who want to know about creating their own custom queries, but don't necessarily have to delve completely into some of the more highly advanced features. So I like the idea of separating it into two courses. The rollout of the new data warehouse will occur in phases. The first phase, a pilot project with 4 campuses in the Chancellor's office, is currently scheduled for July 2009. As the new reporting environment is developed and rolled out to users from campuses participating in the data warehouse pilot, just-in-time training will be needed for a range of audiences, including report developers, power users, casual and/or prospective users. The learning deliverables will be designed for asynchronous online delivery. The courses will be created using a variety of tools, including PowerPoint and Camtasia. The courses will incorporate a variety of rich media such as audio clips, video clips, still images and graphics, and screen capture movies. Now, even though a course might be 60 or 90 minutes in length, the course content can be chunked by topic for usability and reusability. So for instance, there might be 10 5-minute topics within one of those courses. And by chunking them in separate files and just stringing those files together in the finished product, I can take advantage of those individual topics for reference material, for just-in-time training on that one particular topic. There's a lot of potential for reusability in this modular method. The next steps in the training materials development process will be to leverage and organize all available documentation, presentations, and other material. I will now present a sample of some of those materials. The first example is of an animated PowerPoint presentation with audio. I will definitely edit this content again for organization and clarity, but the animated PowerPoint with audio gives an idea of how this approach can be used for providing basic information and content. The presentation and others like it was originally delivered in person by a technical consultant. I assure you these very complex topics will need to be carefully constructed to assist the viewer in absorbing the complex but important principles. The next demo is from a proof of concept using a prototype of the future reporting tool, the data warehouse.
I'd like to start the proof of concept by demonstrating some of the features of OBIEE. As you can see, there are different pieces of data all presented on this same screen. I'm going to start with the new hires by department and look at them for just a moment. You notice that there is a listing here by department, job class, and a count of the number of people who are new hires at this campus. This is a drop-down, same as any other drop-down. In OBIEE speak, we call this a view selector.
When I create a new course, the first thing I do all the time is I look at other person's courses and I figure out what my model is for my new course.